Right here. So relations and functions are very broad topic in mathematics. You do relations and functions are limited form 2. You do some in form 3. Then you go on to this in form 4 as well as you might meet the back in form 5 as well, right? Good. So this topic is very broad, and we need to know the basics of the topic, especially before we go in more in detail, right? So one of the main things in this topic is identifying the types of relations there are. And there are 4 types of relations, right? There's a one-to-one relation, there's a many-to-one relation, one-to-one, one-to-many relation. And easy to identify, right? Because as you were seeing here, a one-to-one relation, remember we have the domain from last time and the range, right? We have the input and the output, right? The domain is like the input, right? Everything is read here is just for you to understand, right? Nothing official is for you to understand. This is the input and this is the output of the function, right? Good. So when one element of the domain is mapped onto one element of the range, each element is mapped once, right? This is called a one-to-one relation, right? And in this case here, we see 3 elements mapped into 1. So this have to be many going to 1, right? And easy to spot. Think about it. 1, 2, 3. There is 3 elements going to 1. So this is like a 3-to-1, but we won't say 3-to-1 relation. What we can say is many-to-1 relation. We won't use the word 3-to-1, right? That's what we to understand. We say 3 going to 1. In this case here, this is what? 1 going to 3. Because the number 2 is mapped onto 3 elements, right? So this is a 1-to-3 relation, but the proper term for this is one-to-many relation, right? Nice. The fourth and final type of relation there is that exists is the many-to-many relation, right? Many-to-many. And the many-to-many is the most trickiest of them all, right? So let me give you a real example. So we have the domain and we have the range, right? So see if you can spot why this is a many-to-many relation. This fourth and final one here, right? So let me say we have some numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5, 6, 7, right? So watch here. Here we have what kind of relation is this one time? This is a many to one because we see 2 elements going to 1, right? But look what we're going to here now, right? This is also a one to many. So in this case here, if we could leave it as so, right? So let me make it simple, right? Where you use these values in here. So that's 0.4 values here, right? I'll show you how we could see this many to many, right? Make it simple as possible, but the simpler many to many is, the harder it is to recognize, right? Add 1, 2, right? And then we had 3, 4, right? 3, 4, 5, let me see, right? Next. So 1 going to 3, 1 is mapped onto 4, right? And now 2 going to 5 and 2 going to 4, right? So this here is characterized as a many to many, right? And I'm going to explain this to you all here quickly. So we see in our 1 to many here, 1 going to many. And if you look at the 4 now, look at the element 4 now. We have 2 elements going to this. So you see in here, the 2, this is a 2-to-1 with the 4. And then now, let me use a different color now, you see it here, right? And 1 going to 2. Right? So we have a many to 1 and a 1 to many. And this here now is responsible for being a many to many relation, right? So once you could identify a many to 1 and a 1 to many taking place together, this is where our many to many is formed, right? Hardly you can see the many to many, but when you see it, it just look kind of technical. Look going on here, right? This going twice, this mapping twice, and what? The 2 and the 1 going to 4, right? 2 into 1 here, right? Nice. Right, so I hope you all have your examples as well. What you told you what to do, right? The examples of your one-to-ones, your many-to-ones, and your one-to-many, right? So once you understand these type of relations here, right? We're going to go on to convert some mapping diagrams into ordered pairs and some ordered pairs into mapping diagrams and determine the type of relation it is, right? Nice. So we're going to that activity, you know, right? Nice. For those who came in late, you could probably screenshot this here so you can look at the graph if you want to copy it quickly, right? So you can have a little idea of it, right? Whatever is in writing is what is for you to understand, right? Nice. So you're going on again. Right, so look at this here. So you all can participate by using the chat, right? So we will allow you all to unmute as well. Right, so I'm going to drop a relation here. You're going to tell me what type of relation this is, right? Right. What type of relation is this here, students? Look back at the notes, right? Look at the pattern, right? See what type of relation this is. What you think it, right? I see people still typing in the chat. Good, good. Right, then we just shift back. What kind it is? Good, more answers coming in, right? Good. So we determined that in this one year, students, right, and everybody got it correct in the chat so far, right? So excellent work. We see in a one-to-one occurring here, right? But we can't class it as a one-to-one, right? Because everything is not one-to-one. This one up here now, we see two elements going to one, but the word two to one not proper. The word two to one not proper. So we're going to say this is a many-to-one relation, right? One again now. Next example. We have the domain, and we have the range. We have the input and we have the output, right? Good. Right, look at this one now, students. What type of relation is this type? This one here. Right, I'll give you a few seconds to comment in chat. Look at it, good, right? I see answers coming in here. Let me see. All right, I see in many to many, one to many. All right, watch. So let me look at this one. This one is a little bit tricky, right? So let's look at the first one, right? I'm gonna ask somebody what is the first one? If the first one alone was looking on, what the first one going to be? Let me see it. Kyla, what the first one going to be? If you was only considering the first one, what will the first one here be?
The first one would be one-to-one.
One-to-one, right? And tell me now, what the next one will be here? The minus 4 into these two elements here. What will this be?
Many-to-many.
No, that's this one alone.
One-to-many, I mean.
Huh?
One-to-many.
One-to-many, right? Because we see one element going to two. So that is one-to-many. And look at the last one here. Where this one is?
One-to-many as well.
One-to-many as well. So if you look back from here, from the relations here, the different sets we have here, right? We only realize we get any one-to-one. Of course, one-to-one don't really have nothing important to play here, right? Because that is easy to recognize, easy to identify. But the other one that come into play here is the one-to-many, right? One-to-many occurring twice. So you have a one-to-many and a one-to-many again, right? We have no many-to-one, right? No many-to-one. So this here, students, is just a one-to-many, right? So that's why this one should be one-to-many, right? But the one-to-many occurred twice. It occurred with the minus 4 going to the 2 and the 3, and then the 0 going to the 4 and the 5, right? So we say this is a one-to-many, right? Because this piece up here is a one-to-one, really. This one here is a 1-to-2, and this piece is a 1-to-2. So a 1-to-2 is and a 1-to-2 is really a one-to-many, right? Take note of that. Right, I have a next one here we're going to look at. All right, you could try this one for me, right? You will have the time to take it on as well. Right, so when we see this last type of relation here, what it is really here, right? So we see in here, the first one, I'm going to call on somebody else to help me out here, all right? So Hafsa, look at the first one here. We see in 2 elements going to 1. What kind of relation is this one here?
That is a many to 1, sir.
Correct. And look at the second piece here. Seen 5 and 6 also going to Y. What kind of relation is this?
That is also a many to 1, sir.
Good. And the last one,
It is a 1 to 1, sir.
a 1 to 1. So what type of relation in the class this one is?
Is it a many to many?
All right. Let me just go back a step now and see what the many to many is. So the many to many is a combination of a 1 to many and a many to 1. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
Right? But when we go back here now, you tell them we have a many to 1 and we have a many to 1. But do we have a 1 to many occurring here?
No, sir. So is it a many to 1?
Correct, a many to 1. But the many to 1 occurred twice, right? Up here in the first example, we call this example 1 here. We have the many to 1 here. We have a many to 1 in the example 3. We have a many to 1 here and a many to 1 twice. And this last one, the 1 to 1. The 1 to 1 really is not of no importance, right? The only time a 1 to 1 takes charge is when the 1 to 1 is occurring for all, like in this number 1 here. And that's why we really do much examples in this because it's easy one to recognize, right? Nice, simplest one to see, right? But you see, like when you have the many to 1 twice, right? Well, then the whole relation is considered a many to 1 as well. So this is a many to 1. Same thing with this one up here, right? I saw some person telling me this one is a many to many. But the 1 to 1 really has no importance. But look here, this is a 1 to many and a 1 to many again. So the whole thing is classed as a 1 to many, right? Nice. So you look at the last example now, example number 4, right? Example number 4. You have the domain here. So you have the range here. So you see what went on here, right? I introduced the topic here by giving you all some examples, right? But the examples on them is the most simplest form of examples. Why simplest? Because all easy to see. You can see all easily. You don't want difficult is many to many, but by nature, many to many is so it is difficult to recognize, right? Next. This one now, this exercise now, a little more complicated examples, and then I'm going to give you an exercise. So after this examples here, we are allowed to make mistakes in this exercise here. This is the first set of questions we do in here, right? We do it as a class, and that was supplement match, right? The first time you're doing something, it will be difficult, but you go back to the basics, and then you come back, look where to do, and compare them, right? Always look back at your notes until you master it, right? Nice. And then I'll give you an exercise to do, and the exercise now, you should be more confident with the exercise, right? After we do this last one, right? So, let me make up a little example here for you all. Right. So, look at this now. Any volunteers here now? Which should the list of persons here now, right? Anybody would like to volunteer to help me with this one? Right. So I'll see in Sergeant and the list here. Sergeant. Look at this Sergeant here. Sergeant, tell me the type of relation you spot. Anyone you spot so far? Where is the 9 to the 10? The 9 mapping onto the 10. Where call this one?
A 1 to 1.
A 1 to 1. So right, that really important because we see 1 to 1 right here, right? Now look at the 3 and the 2. What happened to the 3 and the 2? They mapping onto what?
5.
The 5. So what kind of relation is this here now?
A many to 1.
A many to 1 because 2 into 1, right? 2 into 1. So we say this is a many to 1. Okay, good. We have a many to 1. We have a 1 to 1 here. The 1 to 1 are really important. So we really forget try to blank out from here, right? Nice. What happened to the 8 now? How much items map into the 8?
2.
2. So which 2 items mapping onto 8?
2 and 7.
The 2 and the 7 mapping onto the 8. So what kind of relation this is? When 2 things go into 1?
A many to 1.
A many to 1, right? Right, good. Any other special type of relation we could spot here? Because we see 2 and the 7 go into the 8. So this is a many to 1, right? So far this looks like a many to 1. Look at the 5 now. How many things map into the 5?
2.
2, right? We talk about already, right? Many to 1. Right. So look at this one now. Look at what happened to the 2 alone now, right? I'm going to highlight this in yellow, right? This one a little difficult to see. What happened to the 2?
1 to 2.
1 to 2. 1 to many, I mean, right? because the 2 going to the 5 and the 2 going to the 8, right?
Yeah.
So we call that type of relation when one item going to 2.
Many to one.
No, if it's
I want the many.
if it's
I want the many.
one to many, right? So look at this here. What happening here? We have a many to one and we have a one to many. So what type of relation this whole thing is classified as?
Many to many.
A many
I
to
mean,
yes, that is correct. A many to many, right? A many to many. I hope you all can see this, right? But as I said, this number 4 here is one of the most difficult relations to spot, right? It can take your time to spot this, but once you could spot the first 3, we're good. We could spot a one to one, a many to one, and a one to many, we're good. But look here, right? The trick in this here was that the 2 going to the 5 and the 2 going to the 8, right? We didn't really cater for that, right? So this is a one to many. And we see the many to one apparent, the many to one occurring twice. The 2 and the 7 going to the 8, and the 3 and the 2 going to the 5. But don't forget the 2. The 2 going to 2 elements. So this is a one to many, a many to one. So you call that many to many, right? So take note of this. Right, so the instructions are simple. You're going to determine the type of relation for each of the following 6, right? Determine the type of relation, right? Number 5 and 6, this is in ordered pairs. If you all look at in the last class of the holidays, right, you would understand how to convert these ordered pairs into a mapping diagram, right? When you convert the ordered pairs into a mapping diagram, right, then from the mapping diagram, you could see what it is, right? But next day, we're going to practice this more, right? Next week class is Sunday. Next week Sunday, we're going to practice. We're going to do 3 to 4 things next week. We're going to revise functions, working out functions by substitution. Then we're going to create a mapping diagram, which is, this is called an arrow mapping diagram. Then we're going to state the ordered pairs, and then we're going to state the type of relation. We're going to bring everything together, right? Nice. So the key part of today's class is determine the type of relation and make sure you understand that, right? Nice. So go ahead and do this summary. You should do the first 4. If you get trouble 5 and 6, you can wait till I do them, right? So I'll give all you a little time to do that. When you finish, if you want, you can send my picture on WhatsApp, right? If you have my number, my contact, you could send it on WhatsApp, right? Nice. So the first one, what type of relation is the first one? Yeah, this coming in chat. Good. Good. Correct, right? So this is a many to one, right? So the first one here, students, is a many to one relation, right? You spell out the word many to one, right? Nice. Second one, what type is the second one? Kyla. What is the second type, number 2 here? Right, that's the answer coming in. Correct. Correct. Kyla in class? You there? The second one, look at it. We have here 1 going to 2. So a one to many and a one to many, right? So this is a one to many, right? Number 4, many to one. We see many to one again, and this is a one to one. So the whole thing is classed as a many to one, right? Number 5 is what? Number 5, what we're going to do here, students, we're going to create a mapping diagram for number 5, right? So what we could say here, domain. The
so
domain.
you leave out number 3.
Yeah, I know even number 3, I'm marking that one, right? So the domain is 1, 2, 3. So you have 1, 2, 3, and then it ranges 1 going to 2. No, sorry, 1, 3, 5. Fix that. So 1 is mapped onto 2 if you look at the first pair, right? 1 is mapped onto 2. 3 is mapped onto 4. And 5 is mapped onto 6. So what type of relation this is? Simple, a one to one. Right? This is a one to one relation, right? One element mapped onto one element, simple. Number 5 is simple as one. Number 6, we could do number 6 on the side here, right? We have the domain and we have the range. Let's look at this quickly. 2 mapped onto 2. 2 goes to 2. Then we have the same 2 going to 3. 2 going to 1 as well. And then 5 going to 4. Well, let's see this, right? 2 occurs 3 times. Well, we only put it once because we don't repeat elements, right? So this 2 mapped onto 2, 2 mapped onto 3, 2 mapped onto 1, and then 5 mapped onto 4, right? So this is our one-to-many relation. 1 to many, right? And for number 3 students, look at number 3. Number 3, I think this one for last, because this one was the easiest because there's some other numbers, but the most challenging. Why? Because watch. 1 to many, and then we have the 7 and the 8 going to 10. So that is many going to 1. So it's a 1 to many, and with the 7 going to the 9 and the 10. And then we have a many going to 1, right? Many going to 1 and a 1 to many. So this is a many to many, right? Many to many, right? So that is the end of class of today's students, right? Make sure and go over the examples we did, right? Understand it. You can go on the internet, you can go on YouTube, type up types of relations. You can look at some more examples in the textbook, right? If you have your math textbook, and do some more readings on the types of relations. And next day we're going to go on to more stuff in functions, right? Nice.